All right, good morning, everybody. I'm playing Jund today. I'm playing Jund today. I don't know. I just kind of felt like playing more traditional Jund. I know I've been talking about how I feel like this version is somewhat viable lately. We've been having this conversation a lot. I just kind of wanted to put my money where my mouth is, at least for a league or two. I put this 75 together. I took inspiration from a few different lists, but it definitely seemed like a lot of fun to just like play this for one or two, right? You know, let's not, get all caught up in the details of Boomer Jund, Zoomer Jund, all these labels. This is just Jund, huh? You're at 3, yeah. Okay, you could tell me how I really am confident that I was dead. No, if I leave all of my creatures back to block, they can attack with. They get to kill my Ragavan with the Ballista, and then I double block this Smasher, and I go to 1 life. I'm dead to a land. Maybe I go to 1 and have no top decks to possibly get out of it, right? Doesn't necessarily feel like a great spot to be in. Just let a man concede in peace, huh? Killy, thank you for the 5 months, appreciate ya. And Jeff for the 6. You can flashback Spyro. I had to flashback Spyro. I lose a life there, and it's not. I go to 2, and then if that's still puts me dead, right? Yeah. That is what happens if I block like that. You're right. Okay, so they'll trade with Frogbite probably, and then I get to go Wrenn and Six ping the Signal Pass. Definitely a good matchup. Yeah, wait, so I have 4 toughness, right? And if I put all that 4 toughness on the Smasher, then I take 1 from the Ballista, and then I take a second from the Ballista, right? I have 4 toughness, I take 1 from Smasher, 2 from Ballista, I'm dead. If I put 1 in front of the Ballista, then they just still ping me, then I get to take an extra from the Smasher. I was dead on board. Alright, they're stuck on land, so I think I'm going to bolt the Ornithopter here. Just cycle again first. Alright, really sifted through our deck, huh? Yeah, I mean, like, that was the math I did the first time, and then, when someone keeps insisting that you're alive, I just start to doubt myself, but yeah, we were dead. I was gonna play Tarmogoyf, play Ragavan, pass. Game's pretty over. What a draw, golly. Okay, I'm just gonna attack. Even get the Midnight for the Rubbins. Discard Ragavan Spyro, I think. That's a start. Corn Chips, 2 years. A lot of 2-year resubs lately. Very cool. Okay. Thought Monitor into Thought Monitor. Let's go. Into Ginger Brute. Okay, if I didn't have a removal spell, like, I might just be dead. Is this actually... This is no label, Jund. This is please don't make Boomer Jund jokes the whole stream, Jund, is the name of this deck list. Please spare me, Jund, is what I would call this deck. Yeah, egoless Jund, ageless Jund. Timeless Jund? Is that better? Seems okay. Timeless Jund, huh? Think I could trademark that? Timeless Jund? Clippers could be on 4 Thoughtseize, where I think the cards I care about are Thought Monitor, Thought Cast, no Inquisition. Maybe I'll play 2 Liliana, 1 Kroxa, classic Jund, yeah. Boomer Jund, Zoomer Jund is a dead meme, Jund. Dead meme Jund, maybe. Ninja Guy, 3 months, appreciate ya. Glad that you're liking the stream, glad you're learning a lot, love to hear that. We are, we're about to be, you know, I think 3-1, huh? That's not too bad. About to get that 3-2. What's the appeal for this list? The appeal is I want to play it. I know that you, I know, I'm sorry. I just want to play it. Just let me play it, please. That's really it. I don't know. I've kind of been like interested in like seeing like, I kind of feel like in theory this kind of deck is not poorly positioned. Every time I've seen it played recently, I think it's looked pretty good. You get to play a lot of cards that like the Saga Jund list doesn't play, and I feel like you're actually kind of good against like the Lurrus decks in general, which is kind of interesting. But I also like the reality is I just want to play it, you know. All right, let's keep this. I think Grist, yeah, Grist is amazing. Grist is incredible. Would like to see Hutmaster here. I mean, I would also like to play Hutmaster, but I also like, you know, I have to pretend like I'm still trying to get trophies, you know? I gotta give myself a chance. Yeah, I also want to cast Hutmaster in the Fells, alright? I like to have a good time. That sounds great to me. But let's be reasonable, please. Where is Raging Ravine? I really dislike Ravine in these lists. I know that other players like it. I would even play Din of the Bugbear, I think, over Ravine. Cast that, I guess. I could discard Ragavan. But I'm playing the cycle lands as my utility lands. I'm playing Peatland and no, it's not Peatland. The Barren, Moor, and Forgotten Cave. Those are my utility lands in this deck. Dude, my opponent is so cranial plating flooded every single game. Can I just do a Treetop Village in a much worse? Yes, I mean no, you could not interest me. I will abstain. Okay, so this makes their Saga token a 4/4. Huh. Maybe I should discard the bolts so I can get a chump blocker. Discard bolts, cliffs. Okay, Terminate's kind of nice. I don't have any 4-drops on my deck, so I'm comfortable discarding the Mire. They discard a 3rd cranial plating. Gosh. No K command. Yeah, I don't have Kolaghan's command in the deck. We have a ton of 3-drops. You know, you could of course trim on Grist. You could trim on Maelstrom Pulse. You could play. You have to cut 3-drops if you're gonna have Kolaghan's command. And I really wanted to play with Pulse and like the Urza Saga metagame. There's a ton of Saga decks. That was kind of my my thinking. Not that Kolaghan's command is bad against Saga, of course. But I've been really wanting to cast Maelstrom Pulse on Saga tokens for a while, so that's what I went with. It might not be, you know, the best option, maybe. Why not Decay? I mean, I think the Terminate is a more important 2-mana removal spell because of Murktide Regent. They didn't make another token. Guess they're just gonna go for equip, and then they have to kill Lily, and then I have Terminate. Big boy Troy, thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate ya. I didn't end up doing very well in Vegas. You might even say I ended up doing bad. Yikes! Oh, man. I don't like Endurance and Din because it makes your mana a lot worse. They might just attack me. If they attack me, I'm in good shape because I get to go kill Edict. Yeah. So I guess I'm going to... Do I go to 1 or do I go to 3? Let's go to 3. Yeah, not in the worst shape here. Not in the best shape either. Guess I'll cast that. Kind of okay with my Seasoned Pyromancer tokens. Not super relevant. Kerberos for the get to sub to Cling to Dust. Yeah, just make a token, equip Plating, equip Shadow Spear is gonna be really hard to beat unless I draw another Terminate. Tarmogoyf, maybe. No, it's too small. Team with the 11 months. It takes to take away how to share, approach big events post Vegas, get there early, bring food. You don't want to listen to me because I'm always late and forgetting something. Thoughtcast. Did I wear any type of disguise? I wore a mask to try to hide my identity. Yeah, I was thinking they wouldn't make a token here. I thought they'd play around second Liliana. Alright, game 3. Dead to Saga, get Gingerbread. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead to some things there, for sure. But I could hit like a Thought Monitor there into something. Alright, let's draw some Ancient Grudges this game. No Blood Moon for Saga? No. This is not a deck that just gets to bring in Blood Moon against Saga. This is a deck that's trying to, like, I'm just trying to bring in Blood Moon against, I think I can keep this. Wrenn and Six, like, has a decent, we saw Signal Pest, we saw, you know, Midnight, of course. If Wrenn and Six gets to ping a token, I'm pretty happy with this hand. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, this is, I'm playing Blood Moon in the sideboard for, like, the Titan and Tron matchups, like, only. I don't think you can afford to bring it in against this kind of matchup. Your mana is just not good enough. But Titan is really popular right now, so playing Blood Moon in the sideboard, I think, is correct to hedge against that matchup, which is very difficult if you don't hedge for it. Well, no creatures for me to kill, unfortunately. This hand's kind of soft to Saga, I guess. How about against 4 colorless? Maybe you can bring in 1 or 2. Corrupted Binding for 7 months. Appreciate ya. Blood Fountain. We got our player reward packs. Okay, not too scared of Blood Fountain. They discard another Fountain. Man, it feels good to have these in play together. It's been a little while. Okay, Ornithopter. 4 cards in hand. 5 artifacts. Thoughtcast for 1 mana. Play the Saga. Which I am scared of. I need to find Ancient Grudge. I haven't found a Grudge yet in the sideboard game. 5 cards in their hand. Oh, man. That was a good turn. Jeez. Thoughtcast, Thought Monitor, Saga, Frogbite, Welding Jar. Have I played against Urza Turns? I haven't played against it. That deck kind of looks terrible, but really fun. I don't know. I would say that deck looks awful, but fun. Okay, I put a Lost Connection. They've rejoined. Yeah, just top deck Shatterstorm, easy. No, we have 3 Ancient Grudges. We don't have any Shatterstorms. I threw 2 with it twice. Yeah. I mean, I didn't say it was like can never win a match. I mean, am I wrong, Doom? Is that deck somewhat playable? I will listen to you if you tell me I'm wrong. I kind of just don't think that I am. You're not wrong? Okay, cool. I mean, it looked really cool. Like, obviously, like, you can play a deck because it's fun. I just, you know. I'm not going to. Okay, so this triggers Revolt. I'm gonna push the Frogbite. Yeah, there might be something there. At least the list I saw just looked not very strong. Alright, got a deck tech for John's Shadow. Is this Reed's list? I know Reed's been popularizing some John's Shadow lately. I think that there is something to this. It's not Reed's list. It's fine. It's fine. I like the numbers I'm seeing here. Although I don't think I love the Dismember so much necessarily. I feel like I think I might like the second Terminate, where like I think the Murktide matchup really struggles if you're not playing 3 Terminate in the 75. I would play the Terminate over the Sudden Edict too. There's just like against like Titan, there's like so many Arboreal Grazers. Like the Murktide player can have a Ragavan or DRC to sacrifice. I think you really want that third Terminate instead of the Sudden Edict. I'm not sure if there's anything like I feel super strongly about though, besides those two things, just from like my initial glance. I could see the basic forest not being great, where you have all of your 1-mana spells are black or red, right? Yeah, all of your 1-mana spells are black or red, and so it's like I think we get the Liliana ultimate off here. I guess I'll play the land. Yeah, all your 1-mana spells are black or red, and you're gonna want to on like a lot of your turns 1 and 2 go like 1-mana spell into 2 1-mana spells, and Basic Forest never lets you do that. And you're only in only a 19 land deck. I could definitely see that coming up more often than I'd be comfortable with. That being said, it's not the biggest deal in the world. I just probably wouldn't play the Basic Forest. Not sure what I would replace it with. You could play second Stomping Ground. You could play another fetch land. Yeah, you could play 10th fetch land. Yeah, I think those are all my notes. I would play Nile spell, or sorry, I would play Pirate Spellbomb over Kozilek's Return because you can loop it with Luris to beat Sanctifier. So yeah, Pirate Spellbomb over Kozilek's Return. But yeah, those are all my suggestions. That was a good top deck. Yeah, I mean, they have to attack Lily. They're just not attacking Liliana. I mean, I'll Terminate so I don't have to take 10. How am I going to split this ultimate? Let's see what we draw, of course. Urban Raptor, thank you for the host. Appreciate you. We didn't draw Terminate because of the spell bomb. So you guys want to do Blood Token versus everything else? So notably, the Construct is going to become a much smaller threat no matter what. We can split like this. I kind of like this split. Spells that like impact the board versus the cards that don't. I'm like 5-0 against humans with Grief Ephemerate. Oh, 0-5 against humans with the Grief Ephemerate deck. Any tips? Solitude is your most important card. You really want to leverage that to your advantage. Josh, for 2 months. Appreciate you. Okay, and then I guess we don't have to Remblem yet, so I can just thin the deck for a little bit. I put the Fountain away from lands. If you put the Fountain in the other pile, though, the Saga token's a 4/4, then you can't bolt it. It's kind of the scary thing. Thanks again, Josh. Appreciate you. Alright, discard push, draw a card. Play another Blood Fountain. Doesn't this line play into plating? The Wrenn and Six return to landline? I guess so, yeah. I mean, that's a fine argument. I think it's maybe okay to play into plating a little bit, though. You can't always play around everything. Try to strike a sunken deck. I mean, we need somebody to suggest anything besides a 3-drop to add to the deck. Okay, anybody, or like if you're gonna suggest a 3-drop, you gotta suggest what are we cutting to make room for these 3-drops? It just feels like you know that's most of it, for so many brews I play. It's like people just suggest like 3-mana spells that make the curve a lot higher, and I like the curve is like about as high as it can get, you know. And like Tireless Tracker is not better than Liliana, Spyro, Grist in my opinion. I don't think you can afford to play it. But it's just like whenever I play these decks, people are like, add Kolaghan's Command, add Bloodbraid Elf, add Tireless Tracker. You know, they only suggest like 6 3-mana plays. I get it. Like I obviously like want to just be able to play 6 3-mana spells too. But like the mana curve is like really, really restrictive here. Ooze is also a 3-drop, you know. Ooze is also like I always consider that card a 3-drop. Okay, we do have a Maelstrom Pulse thanks to Grist. Let's see if we hit something else. Forgotten Cave. Can I cycle that Forgotten Cave? I think I am. Gonna pulse the Blood Fountains, then pulse the Past, I guess. I remember when I died to Lava Lanch. We need to hurry, Prince. Yeah, I saw that Prince was streaming yesterday. I'm worried he's gonna Dark Horse and win the whole thing again, but that'd be pretty exciting. Okay, they bobble themselves. Who is Prince? The last time I did a trophy race, user XYZ Principe was our basically only rival in the race, and he ended up winning. I had 42 trophies. Prince had 44, I think, was the final count. I think I'm discarding... It's kind of greedy to discard the Foothills, right? Because they're pretty likely to be able to counter my Wrenn. I think it's probably fine since like if they're countering Wrenn, they're not gonna kill the Ragavan because they didn't kill the Ragavan this turn. Yeah, Tutors has been doing really well too. For like the last few nights, like we've both been getting 1 trophy at night, and last night I lost playing for the 5-0, but he got it again. Big heartbreaker last night. Alright, connect with Ragavan again. Just exile Flooded Strand. Cast the Wrenn and Six. Probably gets countered. I think I'll just guard the push now. Tutors was playing a lot of different decks. He's streaming a lot of them too. You can go give him a follow. Attack first. Steal. See what we find off the Spyro. I'd really like to plus the Liliana here. Let's Inquisition them. See what their last card or their hand is. Yeah, I can't afford to plus and lose this Goyf, I think, and just, you know, Edict here. Could have maybe just not activated, but that's really bad against top deck removal spell. Okay, bad if they find Bolt for Liliana, although not the end of the world. Tarmogoyf is, you know, obviously huge. Oh, they did find Heat, okay. They paused for a second, so I didn't think they found anything. And then they left a card on top. I do get to go push, attack, so that was a good top deck for me. Put them to 9, and then I guess if their top card is Murktide Regent, we might lose the race. Especially because they shrink the Goyf to 5/6. They did top deck Murktide. Golly. Oh, they didn't exile their Bauble. Well, that's really good for me. Well, they can't really attack. I think it's good to cast the Ragavan. Better against counter magic, right? I guess they can attack if they draw another dragon. Or maybe any blocker. Just try to play around me top decking. Yeah, they drew something. It's a removal spell, and then I'm dead. It's a petty theft on the Goyf. Okay. Frustrating game. Feels weird to trim Ragavan on the play. Maybe I'm just gonna go way down on discard spells. Maybe I shouldn't be playing 2 Pulse. It's probably too many answers to Murktide. Grist are bad? No, Grist are good. They have a lot of loyalty. They make Ragavan bad, and they can kill Murktide. Yeah, Grist is an incredibly strong card. I don't really know why people are... A lot of people have been questioning it today. But yeah, Grist is incredible. And like one of the reasons to play this version. Gotta mulligan this. We can keep this one. I guess I'm gonna put back the Kroxa. Could I hit a blocker off Monkey? Oh yeah, I guess I could have hit Murktide off or DRC off Monkey. Early concession. Alright, a boltable Tarmogoyf kind of feels bad. But if they don't have Spell Pierce, we do get to Edict the Ragavan. I'm not a jump player. Why are you not interested in bringing Boyle against them? They have a lot of canals. They can operate on just a couple of lands. And it's also like they have a lower mana curve, so you're trying to stabilize against them, and the 4-mana spell can be kind of tricky to get off. I guess I'll play this just in case they brought in Blood Moon. I can get my Forest. Alright, seeing the name of the next card drawn. Alright, everybody using headphones. Gotta turn your headphones down. Okay, would not mind getting to Veil of Summer a counterspell here. Obviously, there are moments where it'll be good. Oh, sorry. Thoughtseize! I think they're going to draw 2 in response to this. Come on, opponent. Alright. Archmage's Charm and Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay, well, you got me. They have 3 cards in their hand now. Plays their Misty, passes. Alright, need to draw a big spell here. Man, if we had not mulligan to 6, we'd have Kroxa in our hand right now. We'd be in like very good shape. I want to thin a bit. And I also want to play around Blood Moon if I can. I guess I need to upkeep this endurance. It is, you know, it does. I can't Veil of Summer, which is such a problem. But okay, I guess I'll do it now to make their last card has to be counterspell to stop this. They'll have 1 spell in the yard for Murktide, but we're doing it again? Okay. I thought I had a limit set on that. Alright, we're doing it again, so maybe keep your headphones down. Classic play your land and cast iteration. Dress down, cycle it. They could have done that on their instep, maybe. Overgrown Tomb! A little scuffed. I think I'm gonna attack. Do I do that in Paper Magic? Do I ever sing to my opponent? No. If we lose this match, we'll be 3-2 on the day with Jund. Very poetic. Yeah, attacking was bad against Dash Ragavan. We just need things to start going right for us. And we get, like, very punished when they have Fiery Islet. Ugh, golly. Maybe hold the land for Lily. Maybe. Playing lands is good with Seasoned Pyromancer, though. Alright, we need a huge draw this turn. It needs to be like Seasoned Pyromancer, the Veil of Summer, a counterspell, maybe. Man. Good morning, Squeak Chief here. Are you committed to Squeak Chief? Alright, yeah, this is fine, I think. I'm trying to block the Ragavan. We have Veil of Summer up now. Wait, they sacked the islet in response? I guess they're looking for Unholy Heat, but now their Wrenn and Six isn't, like, incredibly good. Okay, I mean, this is a start, I guess. No, I just hate goblins. Yeah, I think it was funny too. I didn't think you were gonna commit to it though. But yeah, of course. I think there are better names too. All right, hopefully, please counterspell this. Please counterspell this. Thank you, thank you. Kroxa is a really good hit. Okay, so do I want to kill Wrenn and Six, or do I want? I think I'm just gonna attack them. Can ignore the Wrenn. We might pull this. We might pull out of this. This is crazy. And we had a Channeler. I guess the Channeler. Oh, sorry. This is 2 creature cards. We do have Delirium. This is creature cards for Grist. Okay, that was a really good, like, 2 turns for us. So behind. Okay, they're gonna have a 6/6 Murktide Regent. Rope Burn, thank you for 10 months. Appreciate ya. Yeah, this turn brought to you by Veil of Summer. Escape Kroxa first, I think. Lands, creature, instant, creature that I have. Oh, I guess I should exile the other instants since they have an instant in their yard. Why attack? I don't lose Delirium. I have enough cards for Delirium. This card's Spell Pierce. Okay, so I'm not gonna get to play the Goyf this turn. Wait, they blocked Ragavan and not the Endurance? That doesn't make any sense. Right? What does that mean? Okay. So on the draw, I want the 3rd Fatal Push. Oh yeah, they could have also just done the Kroxa trigger. We'll take it. I'm really scared of Blood Moon, to be honest. Be able to draw Trim and Endurance. Endurance are pretty good against them, though. I don't think that Boyle's that good against them. I could be wrong. Especially on the draw. It just feels like not necessarily what this matchup is about. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to turn 1 Thoughtseize or turn 1 Ragavan. Let's see what we draw. Okay, with that draw, I'll definitely turn 1 Thoughtseize. Gotta take this Blood Moon, right? We have Terminate for Murktide, which is nice. The Channeler might get a little out of control, we'll see. Okay, drawing that, I'm pretty happy to, I think, play Ragavan, and then I can either Veil Summer if they have Counterspell, or Bolt the Channeler. I guess I'll Bolt in response to Consider. Counterspell in the graveyard. Their hand is Iteration, Murktide, 3 mystery cards. They play the Iteration. Exile Scalding Tarn. And they don't sack Scalding Tarn. Connecting with Ragavan would be huge, but not. It looks like they have the removal spell. Go for Wrenn and Six. They probably don't have Force. They don't have Force. What do you think is a better position? Opponent's deck or Grist Death Shadow, or just classic Murktide versus Lurrus preference? I would prefer to play Grixis Shadow at the moment. Between those. Okay, I'm gonna get Overgrown Tomb. I do need a second green source for endurance here. Oh, I guess I'm gonna go for Liliana with Veil of Summer up. Seems a little bit better than Terminate here. Just get the Planeswalker established. And then I get to save the Terminate for another Murktide, which is nice. Okay, feeling pretty good. I do think we could maybe lose to another Blood Moon, but we do have a Swamp in play at least. Okay, they tapped that for a red and then decided not to. I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to read into there. No Blood Moon, please. Thank you. What do you think about Glittering Wish in Modern? I mean, it's a card. It's a legal card. You can play it in, like, Jeskai Ascendancy combo. I don't know. You know, it's not... It's a hard card to build around and successfully, though. I think I'll just play Tarmogoyf with spells up here. And then next turn I can play and escape Kroxa. Did I record the blue-black thing lights for CFB? No, I recorded with a worse deck. Frank, thank you for 2 months. Appreciate you. So they have Petty Theft? Best version of Pox? I'm trying to figure that out. I have been really liking the Pox decks lately. Or like the Pox package. I don't know what the best variant is. Frank, 2 months, Ban Grief 2020. Hell yeah. Ban Grief 2020. Or 2022. Oh, it's 2022 already. Okay. So make Goyf an 0-1, then kill it, I imagine. Okay, I'm gonna get another tap dual land here. So that I can get just the basic swamp next turn. Oh no, I need another red source actually. Heat the Wrenn. They have Delirium. Nothing I can do about it. Alright, exile land, one of my 2 planeswalkers. Instant sorcery creature. Oh, not the sorcery. Yeah, it's surprising how often Tarmogoyf doesn't die to Unholy Heat. Good to hear, Panda. Good to hear. Excuse me. Oh, they have double Murktide? Well, we have Terminate. Although they do get to shrink the Goyf really small, down to 2-3, but it goes back up to 4-5 here, which is good enough. So we go red, black, Terminate. Then I guess I can also go Seasoned Pyromancer here to try to find a land to grow the Goyf, but not that necessary. They also go to 0 cards in hand and have to chump block, so we should have this wrapped up. Okay, we're 2-0. We're currently 4-1 on the day with John. You know, I have been feeling like this deck is going to be pretty well positioned, but the big problem is playing this deck means everyone's going to make fun of me. So the price I'm willing to pay, I guess. Teferi's around. Yeah, I have watched Arcane. I loved Arcane. Arcane's like probably my favorite show I've seen this year. It was so good. I was really bummed I didn't get one of the, like those Arcane preview cards some other streamers got. But I guess I never like tweeted about liking it or anything, but I loved it. Basic Island, Serum Visions. It was really, really good. This is Murktide again. I feel okay about this hand. If this is like Twiddle Storm or regular Storm, I'm feeling a little less good. I'm gonna start Wheel of Time. I don't know what that is. Huh. I think I'm gonna take it. It's kind of weird to take it with this hand, maybe, but I have a second Ragavan, and I just have, my hand is like so many answers for Ragavan that I think I just want to take it. Because I'm pretty happy if they continue to dash. Yeah, here I'm like really happy if they dash again. I'm going to play a Paper Reanimator. I'm doubting between the 60 card 80 card version. I have been preferring the I've been preferring the 80 card version lately. I just wrote a deck guide for CFB Pro too, if that's something that you know, wets your whistle. Probably get a mountain here, right? I do want to prioritize holding Terminate in this matchup for Murktide. Love to dispel here. Dreadhorde Arcanist. I can, not only can I cast it, it's actually like kind of good for me here. That's surprising. So maybe they're also playing Basic Mountain, so maybe they're just not playing Murktide. I'd have untap before bolting, Spell Pierce. I'm not that worried about it. I think getting to use your mana efficiency your mana more efficiently is better than playing around Spell Pierce in this kind of spot. Gonna bolt them, I guess. I haven't attacked with a Dreadhorde Arcanist in a long time. Okay, finally found an answer for Ragavan. I think I'm gonna discard the second Seasoned Pyromancer in the Stomping Ground here. And I don't think I need to leave up the Terminate necessarily, but it is pretty good if I get to go Terminate on tap Seasoned Pyromancer. So I'm not going to terminate that because I have the Fatal Push from the Arcanist. Good luck end of turn, Fact or Fiction. Best of luck to you. Man, Arcanist is so good. So if they don't get Delirium here, they did get the Delirium, so I'll terminate. I mean, I think I need to operate under the assumption that they do have Murktide Regent in their deck. This was like the Dreadhorde Arcanist was like a somewhat popular variant, kind of early into MH2, not that early, but somewhat early. Can trim Ragavan on the draw pretty easily, I think. Does lower my curve though, or raise my curve, which I don't love. How did Mono Green Eldrazi? We lost at 2-1, which is, you know, fine for Eldrazi. Yeah, Endurance just too good. Any interest in Mono Green Devotion? I've played Mono Green Devotion before. It's not a deck that I think is that competitive, though. It was pretty good, I think, when Once Upon a Time was legal, though. Was an Arcanist more popular with Dish Out on Claim to Fame? That was never popular in Modern. I do think some people are under the impression that it was, but that was never a thing in Modern. It was more so like a Stork Pioneer thing. That's nice. A nice Fatal Push off the top as a treat. Main phasing to play around Counter Magic. Yeah, Unearth has been popular for that kind of role. Alright, I'm gonna get the basic forest here. Just in case. I mean, I've played Mono Green Devotion in the past. You could maybe dig deep in the Stream Decker. I think I'm gonna jam Grist. Maybe it gets countered. If they counter, it grows my Goyf. You like that swamp better? Yeah, this is my favorite swamp. I know it doesn't match this forest, but I like to play this swamp. Is Anger of the Gods underplayed sideboard considering Luris? I think it's probably about appropriately played. I don't like it. It's not like particularly good against most Luris decks. It's like maybe good against red black specifically. I guess I should main phase this Endurance. Does shrink the Goyf by 1. I didn't want to dash the Ragavan because if they have a removal spell, I don't get to cast the Endurance. I'll play the Grist pre-combat. I have the chance to grow the Goyf off the +1. Gonna take 7 down to 3, okay. 3-0? 5-1 on the day? Is this the deck to catch us back up? No, Tarmogoyf is great. Playing against a Luris deck. I think you're usually pretty happy to see Luris with this 75. We'll see. Spike will always be a silver trophy winner. Jeez, Esther. What did I do to deserve that? No, you don't want to main deck Luris unless, like, main deck Luris is good if you're playing, like, Unearths and Baubles and, like, a ton has to go, like, be incidentally right for you to be main decking Luris. It's, like, it's not a card that you can't play with, you can play without a ton of support. Would I ever make merch to sell? I mean, never say never, but it's not something that interests me that much, to be honest with you. Oh, sorry, I exited out of the Thoughtseize. They drew Inquisition. Okay, we do need to find a land at some point. Their Territorial Kavu is also going to be bigger than my Goyf, but if I just... Oh, they shocked. So they drew something... Oh, they're just going to go Thoughtseize plus Kavu. They're going to Thoughtseize my Liliana, but then that grows my Goyf. The last card in hand is Kroxa. Kroxa Thoughtseize. Yeah, if they take... Yeah, the Goyf is now... They shouldn't have cracked this Bauble. Now all of a sudden... now all of a sudden I can just attack. This is huge. Huge punts for my opponent. We need a draw here, too. Okay, we didn't get one. I don't think I'm going to suicide the Ragavan into the Kavu. Esther, can you make me some coffee by any chance? Unless you're busy, then don't worry about it. $12-12 Death Shadow. Alright, they're dead to Lightning Bolts, Wrenn and Six. Oh, no, I'm dead to never drawing a land, though. Come on. Please. Ugh. What is this attack with the Kavu? Their last card is another copy of Death Shadow? No, they looted? They looted! Their card was Verdant Catacombs! And then they drew Death Shadow? What the hell? Unreal. Unreal. That's so tilting. I can't believe it. Now I have to go chump chump after they ping my elemental token. Unreal. That attack is so frustrating that they got so rewarded for it. So we're dead if we don't draw exactly Fatal Push. Ah! That was, so frustrating. I can probably play one Blood Moon, right? Oh, sorry, I want to keep it in the Inquisitions. Did they bubble themselves? No, that was the turn before. That was the turn before. That was irrelevant. Should be hold land there so we could draw red source and bolt. Should what are you talking about? We hold lands? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not sure what opportunity there we had to hold the land. But you have to discard the land to Seasoned Pyromancer when we cast the Spyro. I have it, Red Shark. If you look at my Twitter, you can find it. But please, no crypto scams. I get so many freaking emails. Hey, would you like to promote our cryptocurrency scam? Constantly. Gotta discard the Liliana. Wrenn and Six would be pretty bad for us here. Go read go. Think of the 4 months. What's the name of the crypto they want me to promote? I have no idea. I get like 2 or 3 a week of like crypto websites asking me to like promote their stuff. It's out of control. So I can get basic forest because I have Blood Moon in my deck, but I'm gonna get Stomping Ground so I can cast Spyro. Tarmogoyf is a good draw to start. But Channel Fireball supports crypto? Oh my gosh, shut up. Please. Can't be. I'm actually into everything. Okay, so Kroxa gets edicted. Although I might like ultimate put Wrenn and Six Kroxa versus Rest. Nah. Let's just see what we draw though. I can kill the Wrenn and Six, but I feel like I should just try to kill them. Mitch, you give 5 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Do they have 2 creatures to play? Please shock, please shock. Okay, tapped Breeding Pool. Return Verdant Catacombs.
Thank you, sweetheart. Swaggy spike.
Oh, thank you.
My swaggy spike.
Alright, can I find a lightning bolts? Bro wants to give me the 4 bunts. Appreciate ya. Yeah, Pyro's pretty good too. We got some good draws. I think I like the attacking them and not the Wrenn. They could go for Luris here if they wanted to. I mean, I can edict this. Why didn't they ping the Liliana? I'm so dead if they ping Liliana there. Just immensely dead. That being said, they do get to go Luris Shadow. We're really behind. Let's not pretend like we're not. Wait. No counterspell, please. No counterspell, please. No counterspell, please. No! Damn it! Oh, man. Alright, moving on. Okay, I guess I'm going to Inquisition with them. Shocking on turn 1. I'll take that counterspell, right? How do you explain the combo attack? It was just a horrible mistake. It was 100% a horrible mistake that they made that they got max rewarded for. It was a totally reasonable line for them to attack with the shadow and leave the Kavu back to chump my Goyf, but taking a line where you only survive if you draw exactly Death Shadow, unless they also have Fatal Push in their deck, they would survive if they drew Fatal Push. It's a horrible play. It's a truly horrible play. Should have killed Wrenn. Thank you, Captain Hindsight. Their Wrenn and Six didn't do anything the rest of that game either. I put myself in a position where I could top deck any burn spell and kill them too for several turns. I'm gonna dash Ragavan here. I don't want to play the Grist into the Unholy Heat necessarily. Kind of fine trading Ragavan for Channeler. Yeah, there's been a lot of Murktide in the leagues lately. Alright, Tarmogoyf did die to Heat though. Maybe I should have played the Grist into the Heat then. It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one too. So they have Delirium now. But they do need something else to kill my Grist here. I have Seasoned Pyromancer and still in hand. I think we're a little ahead. Maybe we'll hit another Grist. What am I going to pivot to? I'm not sure. I mean, Jund is going well today. Maybe I'll do one more with this deck. I don't want to pretend like this isn't going well, you know. I might do one more, but I've got Blue-White Stoneblade kind of prepped. And then I also kind of want to play Banned Control soon, so one of those two, I imagine. All right, so I'm going to bolt this Channeler. I guess I'll do it in their upkeep or in response to Fiery Islet being sacked. I guess I could leave this token back to block a Ragavan. That might be correct. Sim, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate ya. I think that I've got the inevitability here. I think that they're the aggro deck and I'm the control deck right now. They didn't sack the Islet. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to bolt here. Ending Solitude Monkey Saga. Okay, happy that that resolved. Fine with that. Yeah, I mean, I think it was fine to not get the Blood Crypts, though. Isn't DRC better than Ragavan? Well, I would say that in, like, the Ragavan... In Murktide, in, like, Black Red, and Jund Saga, I do think that Channeler is a better card than Ragavan. But it's also true that Ragavan has less deck-building restrictions than Channeler, you know? It's like, it costs you a lot less to put a Ragavan in a deck than it costs you to put a Channeler. Channeler, it requires a lot more build around. Obviously, like, the cards that are required to play Channeler a lot of times are cards that you're happy to play anyways. But the fact that Ragavan has less deck building restrictions is a big asset to it, you know. It's definitely like a big boon to the card. So that it definitely makes it close. But DRC is like, I do think DRC is better than Ragavan in these decks, you know. Right, 6/7 Goyf, see if they have another counterspell. They don't. Do you have a hat preference, ZR? I feel like we get a hat every single day now. Monkey over Deathrite in the shell? Yeah, on account of Deathrite Shaman being a boomer card. Go with Wizard Hat today. We can do that. Don't even have to get up for the Wizard Hat. Is Deathrite safe to unban? Deathrite is a not balanced magic card, you know what I mean? The card Deathrite Shaman is not balanced, and honestly, like, unbanning Deathrite would further homogenize the format into, like, the really, really low mana curve, like Jund Black-Red decks, you know what I mean? It would, you know, just kind of further push these, like, really, like, powerful one-mana spell deck. I guess that insect token was doing work, huh? DRC is good because of heat. I mean, it would be good independent of heat. They hit a lightning bolt. Wow. How does Murktide matchup against Amulet? It has a very good Amulet matchup. Yeah, this is our third Murktide opponent this league. Although we played against one player who was maybe didn't have Murktide Regent in their deck, but they did have like the rest of the cards. They have another heat. I mean, I have to block here. Just saying if Monkey's okay, Deathrite Shaman's okay. Well, you know, I think that a lot of people have that take. I think it's not the worst take ever. I think that the kind of big anti-argument to that, whatever, the big point against that is like, Deathrite Shaman doesn't care if you have creatures, you know? Deathrite Shaman's going to get to continue to do its thing, while Monkey can be, like, very much bricked-walled in combat to just do nothing. Where, like, Deathrite Shaman has to eat a removal spell every time. Monkey can just be blocked. Which it's just the counterpoint there. Not saying that you're definitely... Obviously, like, Ragavan has higher upside than Deathrite Shaman, though. Let's not get that twisted. But they're like, you know, Young Wolf and Midnight are both popular cards in Modern, and they both embarrass Ragavan. Where, like, Deathrite Shaman would be, like, incredibly, so good against Yawgmoth, can you imagine? Yeah, also the incidental graveyard hate is huge. That being said, Deathrite Shaman was banned in Modern before I ever cast it once. I did play against it some. But I've also played a lot of Legacy with Deathrite Shaman. I do understand the card pretty well. But it was banned in Modern before I really got to sink my teeth too much into it. The Murktide matchups felt pretty good so far. Maybe I just want to go... Maybe I want to play 0 discard spells. Is that crazy? Let's just try it. We're not live for a trophy. Let's just try 0 discard spells. Depending on what deck to play this weekend in Store Championship, would I say do better Amulet or Mono, White Fiddlebender, Crackdown? Play the Fiddlebender. Do it. I think I'll do one more with Jund, and then I was 4-0 last night with Stoneblade. We should probably give that a go or two too. Yeah, I've played Yawgmoth. No, I don't think I like Boil against Murktide. I like it against the 4-color, blue-white, and Titan, but against Murktide it can be a little slow. IOK has to be fine. I like Thoughtseize more than IOK in this matchup because like really the only card that matters the card that matters the most is Murktide. But yeah, they are fine. Obviously, discard spells are fine, but my deck is like literally a pile of good cards against Murktide. I have in my deck like something close to like 68, 69 playable cards in this matchup, and I only want to play 60 of them. I forgot that I've had this pin sitting next to me. Oh, for a little bit. Esther got it for me in Vegas. It's a shark pin. I don't have Typhoon in this deck, I guess. Is DRC 5th? I mean, I think the reality is, Chief, that Ragavan and Urza Saga are not super well designed Magic cards. They're not really ban worthy, but I think that they are kind of like. I would put those in a tier, and then I think you could make a really strong argument for like 10 or 12 cards, because like the rest of like the Modern Horizons 2 is a really powerful set, but it's honestly like all around the same power level for like the next tier of cards, like Solitude, Prismatic Ending, Dragon Rage's Channeler, Fury. I don't know if you could make an argument for Grief or Endurance and Grief are probably like a tier below. But it's like that next tier of cards are all like about the same. And like of course you get to put 3 of them in your video, but it's really hard to like argue that any one of those cards is like that much stronger than another one, you know? Yeah, Counterspell is definitely a card that I think is, you know, kind of flies under the radar a little bit. It's probably not in that next tier, maybe like the 3rd tier. But it is a super impactful modern card. And there's just a sideboard card. Not just a sideboard card, but it's also like sideboard cards are, you know, a big deal. But it is a main deckable card. Yeah, I don't think it's in the conversation for like that 2nd tier. I would put it in like that 3rd tier of cards. I think I have to mulligan this on the draw. Go to 5. Alright, quick game. Just no keepable hands. Alright. Would Endurance really be main deckable without Grixis, Luris, decks of Murktide in the meta? Who cares, right? Those decks are in the meta. What's the point of the question? Those decks are like a huge part of the meta, so Endurance is main deckable. Not that every deck is going to want to main deck it, but it's like, would Lightning Bolt really be main deckable if Ragavan wasn't in the format? It's like, who cares? Do I feel like Counterspell's healthy? Yeah, I do. I feel like Counterspell's good for the format. Okay, keepable hand. Yeah, do get to be on the play for this one too. Yeah, if every creature had 4 toughness, would Bolt even be playable, Spike? You ever think about that? I want to talk about why Bobble's in the list. Well, Bobble's not good if you're not playing, you know, Channeler Heat, sometimes Saga, sometimes Luris. It's like a huge package of cards that, and like this package of cards, Heat, Channeler, Saga, Luris. Like, if you're going to play that package of cards, you would just play Jund Saga, you know? Like, the reason to play this version instead is you want these powerful 3-mana spells. Spyro, Grist, Liliana, Sideboard, Blood Moon, Sideboard, Endurance. Kroxa is also, like, a reason to play this version. And so it's like, this is not, it's like you build it this way or you build it that way. You can't have it all unless you want to play Yorion, I guess. But Yorion is also blue-white, unfortunately. I also say, like, something that, like, is a little understated about, like, why Saga is so good in the Jund Saga with Luris is that a big problem with Luris decks is you don't have access to 3 and 4 mana spells, right? And so it's really easy to flood out or not have impactful turns in the mid to late game. But what Urza Saga does is it gives you, it just does give you, like, a good mana sink in the mid to late game. That's, I would say, like, primarily what it does. You know what I mean? But in this deck, you have those mana sinks, you have the things to spend the mana on, so it's a little less impactful here. Is that true, Hero? Thanks for the raid, dude. Appreciate you. Yeah, you obviously can play Saga, right? Like it is of course a super reasonable card to play in this deck. I don't want to get that twisted. It's like, yeah, totally reasonable to play, but you know, you have to feel like you're playing the best thing. Yeah, Goyf is a good card in Modern. I think that people like are kind of clowning on it because there was definitely a time when it wasn't. But it's like, a lot of people talk about how Modern Horizons 2 changed everything so much, and like there are so many like things that, you know, were playable before aren't playable now. And that is true to some extent, of course. But it's also true that cards that were like poorly positioned pre-Image 2 are now like much better positioned. Like Tarmogoyf and Muldrifter, I would say, like are two like insane standouts that have like really become viable again with the Image 2 shift. I also will say I never want to play against Heliod again after Saturday, so I'm kind of glad that deck's dead. Yeah, Goyf is very frequently outside of Unholy Heat range. Sure thing, Chief. Glad I could help. I'm not playing Din in this list. I do think that you could, though. I very frequently. Last game, Tarmogoyf was like didn't die. It died to Unholy Heat plus Ragavan block. But yeah, Goyf is very often out of Unholy Heat range. Have you ever thought about neither Reliquary or Urza Saga deck? Yeah, there's something there, but it's really hard to build. What happened on Saturday? I don't want to talk about it. I think I want an Endurance here. They're going to go in Holy Heat of Tarmogoyf. And then... oh, they're going to chump first. Okay, this is fine. There's some clips. I'm actually editing a video. I could maybe play a little bit of it. I've never really edited a video before, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to put it together. Opening premiere is not gonna like crash my stream, is it? I can show like a little bit of it. It was just kind of funny. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just save it for the video. Why not save Goyf? Oh, sorry. I should have. Oops. We did one anyways. I was kind of focused on the premiere, on the opening premiere. I think I'll just save it though. There's some clips of the moment though. Okay, let's play one more with Jund. We're currently 7-2 on the day, or 6.